Hello class. Last lesson I taught you how to read bus timetables. Today we are continuing on with that theme, except this time we're looking at train timetables. Let's have a go at reading a train timetable. To be honest, it's pretty similar to the bus timetable. So this is a section of a train timetable here. They usually all look pretty similar to this. Our journey starts here. So this is our first station. And then the stations go down, so it starts at Craigieburn, goes to Roxy Park, Coolaroo, and then our last station on this timetable is Glenroy. And then our trains, so this is our stations here, which are like our stops. So this is train number 1, our first train. So it leaves Craigieburn at 6:01 and gets to Roxy Park 6:05, Coolaroo 6:07, and it arrives in Glenroy at 6:14. This is train 2, our second one, leaves at 6:10, next station 6:14, and ends up in Glenroy at 6:13. So the trains go down like this. If I'm looking at the stations, so for instance, if I'm looking at Coolaroo here, the first train is at 6:07, the next train 6:16, the next one 6:15, 6:34, 6:43. So you read across for the stations. Let's see if we can answer some questions about this timetable. What time is the first train from Craigieburn? So Craigieburn is my first station here, and the first train is at 6:01. You arrive at Roxy Park at 6:25. What time does the next train leave for Glenroy? So I'm at Roxburgh Park Station at 6:25. So I miss this one, because that's before 6:25. I miss this one. I miss this one too. I can make this one, but I arrive at 6:25. So at 6:32, that's when the next train leaves. What time does the last train leave Broadmeadows on this timetable? So this is the Broadmeadows station. The last train leaves at 6:46. Which train from Craigieburn did I catch if I arrive at Glenroy at 6:23? So I'm arriving here at Glenroy at 6:23. So which train did I catch? Well, they go down like this. So I got train number 2. So this is what the whole train line looks like for the early morning trains. So Craigieburn is our first station, and this shows all of the stops to the end of the train line, which is at Flinders Street. So our first train in the morning is bright and early at 4:31 a.m. Leaves Craigieburn, and then it gets into Flinders Street, the end of the train line, at 5:15. This is the first train, this is the second one. Now we can see they all, in the morning, skip Southern Cross, so they don't go to this stop. Then they arrive in Flinders Street at this time. We can see this train here, it doesn't start at Craigieburn. Its first stop is at Broadmeadows Station, and then it gets in at 6:36. As we get later on in the day, you can see that the trains come more frequently. Between this time and this time, there's only a 9-minute gap. That's because more people are getting up and going to work and need to get trains more regularly. This is an image from online showing the Upfield train line. This is going from the city out. So it's starting, this is our first station at Flinders Street. And then it's going through all of these stops, and our last station is Fawkner. From this timetable here, we can see that the latest train leaves at 10:34. If you catch this train, you won't get into Fawkner till 11:04 p.m. at night. You can also see if you missed the 10:04 train, you're going to have to wait 30 minutes for the next train. So you wouldn't really want to be stuck at Flinders Street for 30 minutes on whatever night this is, I don't think. So there is a train timetable worksheet to complete. Remember, this needs to be submitted in order to achieve competency. Any questions, ask me in the social stream.